Have you ever walked away from a disagreement with your husband feeling emotionally exhausted, quietly hurt, and strangely disconnected from yourself? Not because the argument was loud or aggressive, but because somewhere along the way you silenced your own feelings, softened your truth, or gave in just to restore peace. And you wonder why resolving conflict in your marriage so often feels like it comes at the cost of losing a part of who you are. Because for so many married women, conflict doesn't feel like a healthy exchange of thoughts. It feels like a threat to connection, and so they choose survival over self-expression. Let me tell you a story that may feel deeply familiar. The story of a woman named Amanda, a wife who genuinely loves her husband and believes strongly in commitment, compromise, and partnership. Amanda is not dramatic or demanding, she simply wants emotional safety and understanding. But whenever conflict arises in her marriage, something painful happens inside her. When her husband feels upset, he either shuts down emotionally, becomes distant, or grows defensive. And the moment Amanda senses tension, she shifts into protection mode. She starts explaining herself again and again, choosing her words carefully, softening her tone, apologizing even when she knows she hasn't done anything wrong, and slowly stepping away from her own needs just to calm the situation. And when the conflict finally ends, there is peace on the surface, but inside, Amanda feels empty, unheard, and disconnected from herself. She wonders why her feelings never seem to take up space, why she always feels guilty for having emotional needs, and why she walks away from disagreements feeling smaller than before. And if you're listening and thinking this sounds exactly like your life, please know this does not mean you are weak. It means you have been trying to preserve love the only way you know how. Because many women are taught from a young age, directly or indirectly, that maintaining emotional harmony is their responsibility, that being a good wife means being understanding even when it hurts, and that conflict should be avoided at all costs. So, during disagreements, women often abandon themselves to preserve peace, while men, who are often socialized differently, may withdraw, shut down, or focus on logic instead of emotion. And this creates a painful imbalance where the wife feels unseen and the husband feels overwhelmed or criticized. And over time, conflict becomes unsafe for the wife, not because of yelling or aggression, but because her voice slowly disappears. And when your needs are consistently minimized, resentment does not explode loudly. It builds quietly, settling into your body as emotional fatigue, sadness, and distance. And unresolved resentment slowly erodes emotional intimacy, leaving you feeling lonely in a marriage that still has love but lacks emotional safety. And this does not mean your marriage is broken beyond repair. It means the way conflict is handled needs healing, awareness, and balance. Because healthy conflict does not require self-erasure. It requires emotional grounding and self-respect. One of the most important shifts every wife must learn is to pause before responding, because you do not have to fix everything immediately. You do not have to explain yourself in the heat of the moment. Taking a breath, slowing your body, and allowing yourself a moment to think helps regulate your nervous system and protects your emotional boundaries. And when you respond from calm rather than fear, your words carry more strength and clarity. Another powerful change comes from learning to speak from identity rather than defense. Instead of saying, "you always do this," or "you never understand me," which often triggers defensiveness, try saying, "this matters to me," or "I feel hurt when this happens," because your needs do not need justification. They need to be named clearly and calmly. And it is also essential to stay present without over-explaining. Many women believe that if they can just explain themselves well enough, they will finally be understood. But over-explaining often comes from fear and can dilute your message. So say what you feel once, calmly and clearly, and then pause, allowing space for your words to land. Silence can be powerful when it comes from self-respect rather than withdrawal. Setting gentle emotional boundaries is another critical part of resolving conflict without losing yourself. If a conversation becomes dismissive, disrespectful, or emotionally unsafe, it is okay to stop and say, "I want to continue this conversation when we can both stay respectful." Boundaries are not punishment, they are protection. They protect your heart while keeping the door open for healthier communication. And after conflict, it is deeply important to reconnect with yourself. Do not replay the argument endlessly or criticize yourself for having emotions. Instead, ground yourself through journaling, prayer, reflection, a walk, or a calming activity that reminds you of who you are beyond the conflict. Because you matter even during disagreement. And I want you to hear this clearly. You are allowed to have needs and still be loved. You are allowed to speak and still stay connected. You are allowed to disagree without disappearing. Healthy conflict does not require you to shrink, silence yourself, or abandon your truth. It requires self-respect, emotional honesty, and calm courage. When you stay rooted in who you are, conflict becomes a place of growth rather than loss, and your marriage can become stronger when both voices are allowed to exist without fear. You are not too much, you are enough, and you deserve peace that includes yourself, not peace that costs you yourself. And even if this feels hard right now, even if you have spent years prioritizing harmony over honesty, change is still possible. One conversation at a time, one boundary at a time, one moment of self-respect at a time. You are learning how to protect your marriage without losing yourself. And that is a powerful act of love. So, if this message touched your heart, know that you are not alone. Many women are walking this same path, learning how to balance love, connection, and self-worth. Share this video with a friend who may be struggling to speak up in her marriage. Leave a comment about what part of conflict feels hardest for you, and subscribe for more emotional guidance and support designed to help you protect and strengthen your marriage. Because your voice deserves space, your feelings deserve respect, and your marriage deserves a healthier, more balanced way of resolving conflict built on understanding, compassion, and emotional safety.